In broad daylight, you are being robbed. Your assets, your natural assets, your natural heritage are being taken from you. This bog. Why do they want to develop this bog? What's all this all really about? It's about developing the last real big available green space in the Lower Mainland close to Vancouver.
The elders always tell us if you got one arrow, you can snap it over your knee really easy. It takes no effort. But if you put a whole bundle of arrows together and you try and break them over your knee, it won't work. And that's what the old people say. Only by working together are we going to succeed.
What really brought you happiness in your life? It's not the stuff. It's not having more things. It's not the bigger cars or a bigger house. When people talk about what really brought them happiness in their life, it's their communities. It's their families. It's the time they got to spend with their children or with their grandparents. This is what gives us happiness. And the time we get to spend in nature. The time we got to, people talk about the time when they actually got to be out in these wild places. Or maybe a walk through the bog where they saw a rare bird that they had never seen before. You know, these are the things that really bring us alive.
We need to use our eyes, and we have to open them up wide, because we need to recognize more than our two-legged relative. In addition to noticing that everyone here is a relative to each other, we really need today our good eyes. We need to recognize the winged ones that are our relatives, the ones we're going to pray for in that water, the ones that swim as relatives. We want to use our eyes today to recognize our relatives everywhere. And we want to recognize this important relative. Notice your feet for 1 minute. If you try to jump up off this earth, you'll be up for a split second. And that's because this right here is our mother. This is our own mother. How do we know that? Because she fed us today, and she clothed us, and she sheltered us. And right now, she's hugging us close to her body. She's hugging us. Just feel that. She never lets go. She never has. No matter what we've done to her, she still hangs on to us. That's a good mom.
Shimmering in the rivers and pulsating in the wetlands and the bogs. You can take the twig of cedar and rub it in your hands. As we rub it in our hands, we remember our wonder when we first saw Earth as a green-blue planet spinning in space.
200, 300, 500 years later, what will be their future, and we have to secure the future by protecting the environment, the things around us.
In one human lifetime of about 70 years, we would go from 2 million people in the Lower Mainland to 4 million people in the Lower Mainland to 8 million people in the Lower Mainland. Is that what we want, a New York City here? Now look, the only thing that is going to slow this down, the only thing that is going to stop this insanity, and this is true all over the world, are people like you. That's how we stopped the freeway 40 years ago. That's how we're going to stop this now. Believe me, this is not a done deal. This is not a done deal. It's not even close. They don't have the money. They don't have the public support. They don't know how they're going to do this.
O sacred bog, our precious, fragile home, we celebrate with all your creatures the sacred song they sing. We celebrate the song of the wetlands and the bogs. We celebrate the song of our planet. Sing, planet Earth, sing.